Anyway, out of country for sure. And then, of course, rounding out the top 5, Daniel Bortolan. He was riding the number 81. Gate down on this one, main event. This is our second time seeing these guys out, but this is one that counts for all the marbles, as Mitchell Zaremba, who finished 16th in qualifying, opens up with the early lead in this one. And I'll tell you, folks, again, starts are very critical on these hole shots, and BP Fuels are definitely, I think, your friend and can help you out on the starts. And we see that Zaremba turns a 16th place gate pick into a hole shot out here today.
Yeah, I'm sure like everybody else, I've had my eye on Zaremba. This kid has been turning some heads out here over the past couple of days on the Supercross track, and it continues to do the same as he leads the way in front of the number 103 machine.
That 103 machine of Nate Mason, the division race winner, qualifying race winner, I guess I should say. Couple of riders going down out here on the doubles. Looks like the 40 maybe of Brody Slane possibly. And the 507, both riders up. Cameron Arthur out of Lodi, Ohio, but both riders up. Zaremba, Mason, Kimball Jett, Ivanisha in the number 4 spot. Landon Armbruster is 5th. Eddie Nora Jr. in 6th. Cameron Duro in 7th. Daniel Borderland in the number 8 spot. Cody Groves is 9th. Corey Karsten rounds out the top 10 on the 281. And lap 2 well underway, and we're seeing some passing taking place. This is some mistakes being made, but up front it is still Mitchell Zaremba riding flawlessly. And as you look back, that gap has opened up a little bit over Nate Mason, but not a whole lot. There's still some opportunities to catch for Mason, but Kimball Jett is sneaking up there behind him. We got 1.1 seconds, so that might be the race we're going to be looking at. Look at this, a 58-second lap time. That's what we were seeing in our Pro Sport class this morning, our 450 Pro Sport class. A 58.058. Is this the fastest lap quite possibly, or next to the fastest lap of the day right there? And it's turned late in the day by Mitch Zaremba. A 59.321 for Nate Mason. Kimball Jett a 59.405. Franco Ivahia a 1 minute .874.
Yeah, Rodney, you're right. That's super impressive right there. For him to turn a 58 flat nearly into the 57s, that's arguably one of our fastest lap times of the whole week so far.
I'll tell you, I think equally as impressive is the gap that we're seeing opening up between Zaremba and Nate Mason. Nearly 2 seconds at the end of that second lap.
And if you look behind Mason, we see Kimball Jett hot on the heels of Mason right now as they head over the finish line.
And that might mean the opportunity for this gap to open up a little bit more between first and second.
On Racer TV, it looks like we're looking at the 81 of Daniel Bordelin and Cody Groves. So Cody Groves now making his way through the pack after not so good of a start.
Bordelin also moving up from 8th into a number 5 spot. So we're seeing some riders moving up. Landon Armbruster on the Honda drops back a few spots on the 673. Gabe Endrigo in the 9th place position. Eddie Norris Jr. back in the number 10 spot. That drops Corey Karsten off to 11th. Cole Bradford in 12th. Grayson Watkins 13th. Travis Randonella in 14th. Peyton Jackson rounding out the top 15. See some red cross flags out there as our leaders are working their way by, trying to keep those wheels on the ground through those sections of race course. Meanwhile, Mitchell Zaremba trying to maintain a pace, and it's going to be hard to keep that 58-second pace. He drops to a 101, and I say that would be because of all the yellow and red cross on that lap, as does Nate Mason. Kimball Jett now to a 102 lap time. But the gap still right at about 4 seconds between first and second, and about 1.5 seconds between second and third.
Got our eye on Cody Groves right now. If you guys are tuning with us on Racer TV, he's chasing the number 10, Gabriel Andrigo. So right now in that 8th place position is Cody Groves, number 315 machine.
Back up front was Zaremba, the rider. 4 seconds.
You know what I see here? I'm watching the time and scoring. Smart riding.
Oh, absolutely.
Zaremba got the whole shot. He was running those 58 lap times. Now he's settled in. Still running 101s, which are still good, but He did his breakaway ride.
Well, that 101 came because of those flags and on the last lap. That's why I think we saw the pace actually drop down a little bit. We'll probably see him back at about a 1 minute time frame here, but he might be back under again. No, 59 seconds.
59.
Wow.
That's impressive right there with a 45 Yamaha machine.
Mason also in a 59.6 range. There we got Kimball Jet 1 minute .6. Franco Avikia in the number 4 spot. Daniel Porterland, that right there is impressive. A 59 back on the number 5 spot, 59.283. That was the fastest rider of that lap, not overall this race, but on that lap he was the fastest. He was half second behind 4th place. He might be able to start knocking. Well, he's got 3 seconds to make up. I know our main events are a little bit longer than what our qualifying races were. But we got a couple of positions to keep an eye on right now. Number 1, I think Zaremba at this particular point on, trying to maintain that pace up front. There we are. White flag coming out. And then not much, no gains. 5 seconds, almost 6 seconds between first and second. So Zaremba just got to get through this lap now to get to the checkers to take the win in this one. Nate Mason and Kimball Jett. I was expecting maybe a couple more laps out here in this one, but this one ran out quicker than what I thought it would. And Borderland and the boys not having enough time to work their way up through the pack, but we still got opportunities for Zaremba to stake his claims right here, as you see nearly a victory lap.
Yeah, you can tell Zaremba knows he has it locked up. Hopefully he doesn't throw away. You don't want to throw the announcer's curse on him, but you see it right here. He's having fun out there on the track and really looking smooth out there on that Yamaha.
Absolutely.
45 machine getting the job done here as they come in the middle of the track, and here he comes. Our first main event winner. It's going to be Mitchell Zaremba.
Wow, that's some big honors to take. Zaremba.